Evening everyone, Haynes outdoors again. It's 6 o'clock Thursday evening and I'm back on Ivy, I'm back on the syndicate. I've just set my bivvy up and everything. I'm just going to do a little bit of clearing, a few reeds and a few branches and that I want to clear. And I'll get my rods out a bit later, but I'm here until, I'm planning to be here until Sunday. I've got a day off work tomorrow, so I'll just give you a look at the lake so you can see the weed situation. Right, so here's the weed, look. The weed's right up, see all the flat bits. I don't know if you can see without Polaroids here, but even the weeds, even on the surface, like right in close here, look, see it? See if I can do it with this. Where's the layout? See all the weed? See it all under there, look. It's absolutely packed full of it. So, yeah, I want to do a little bit of clearing here. I want to clear a few more of these reeds away here. Because I've got a line that runs sort of under them branches there. I'll do a bit of clearing here. Tidy this corner up a little bit here. More weed up over there, look. Big section of weed there, but it's not going to be long and the weed's going to be right up here as well, look. So I've got my weed guard that I've built on my motor that I showed you the other day on the shore. I'm going to give that a try at some point. I don't know if it'll be tonight now, it might be tomorrow, it might be tonight. See how it goes. I'll say I'm here all day tomorrow to set things up. So I'm just going to have a coffee, do a little bit of clearing. I'm going to get some rods out. I'll speak to you in a bit. Afternoon everyone, it's 1:20 Friday. I've just put a rod out on my margin spot that I've cleared. Did quite a bit of work yesterday, cleared a lovely spot. Didn't have anything in the night, only had the one rod out. But the wind's still hacking in here, the fish are still showing. You know, you never know. So that's about where we are at the minute. Got a lovely spot. Windy, wind's well blowing at the moment. Hopefully some point later tonight we'll have a fish. Never know on here. So they're showing. Gonna have a coffee in a minute, so I'll speak to you in a bit. Oh, here's the old Egyptians, look. Geeks, they got 2 babies. They've lost some. I think they had 5 last week. Let's go have a look. They had 5 babies last week. I think they're down to 2. They were here a minute ago. They woke me up last night. Well, early hours of this morning they woke me up. Let's have a look. There, look. They've got 2 left, bless them. Leave them alone. Anyway, I'll speak to you a bit later. Oh, it's got buzzed by a robin. Evening everyone, it's 6:30, not long now, I reckon another hour and a half I'll be able to get my other rod out. I just want to show you the only advantage of having the water ski boats on this lake. Hang on. Yeah, as I was saying, got that along there, all that in there, all into the reeds, and then it flows all in to my spot that I cleared, and there's a load of it in there as well. Look. So I'll get in with my waders on in a bit and I'll clear it all out. Other than that, I'm just waiting now. I reckon another hour and a half and the lake will be clear. Still got some of the kids right down there being dragged around on wakeboards. We've got some wakeboarders out now as well. So another hour and a half, I reckon, and I'll be out. Speak to you in a bit. Evening everyone, it's 8 o'clock. Started clearing the weed, I'll show you. You remember what it was like I showed you earlier? It was right out to about 4 foot off the bank. It's now pretty clear now, look. It's all up there. It's all down in the reeds. I'll just wait for this bit here to build back up again. Let the flow come back in, because there's still a boat out. We'll push it in, and then I'll get that lot out. Loads of it. Still a little bit here. I'll collect all that up in a bit. Just, it would have been impossible to net the fish otherwise, if I get one, if I'm lucky enough to get one, being optimistic. You've got to keep it clean, ain't you? So, speak to you later. Evening everyone, 9:15. Rods are all out on their both rods are out on their spots. Little bits of bait round, probably about 30 boilies round each one, both on wafters. So see how it goes. With any luck, we'll have a fish in the night, be able to bring you back with a fish later. So you will not believe the amount of mozzies and midgies in that air. It's phenomenal. Like clouds, billions of them. I mean, just billions. Luckily I'm not prone to getting bit very often, so yeah, lucky me. Right, I think that's about it. Hopefully I'm going to make a coffee. Don't normally have coffee this late at night, but I'm going to have a coffee, and I'm going to settle down. I'm going to watch the water while I've still got some light, and hopefully I'll speak to you in the night in a bit. Morning everyone, it's 9 o'clock Saturday morning. No fish in the night. One of the blokes over on the motorway bank I had one of the koi out last night. Very rare fish to come out of here. I think there's only potentially 2 in here, and he had one of them. You know, not massive, probably a high double probably, but lovely fish. And rods are in now. Just going to shoot off site, just going to pop to the fishing shop, get some breakfast, get a few supplies, and then be back at it later. We'll get the boat sorted out today. Back's eased off a little bit, so I'll get my boat sorted out today. I'll get my boat out later, and hopefully that'll work on the motor. I'll give that a try, but I'll let you know either way. When I get back I might go and do a little bit of stalking up the margins, because we can margin fish a bit here when the boats are out, and the fish like to get over there, so I might take a rod over, just take my rod and my net, sling and my scales just in case, and just go on a little wander over there later for a few hours. But I'll speak to you in a bit. I'll let you know, and I'll speak to you in a bit. Morning again, it's 20 past 11. I just want to show you, see all this weed? This is where the boats have been out this morning. Obviously I cleared all that yesterday. Where they're going through and chopping it all up, it's all starting to flow back in again. All this here, look, so I'll give it another clear tonight. It's going all along here, loads of it. The wind's switched a little bit now, look, so it's pushing more that way. Look at it all in there. I mean, obviously I don't need to clear this bit because this bit doesn't affect my swim, but you have a look down here, look. Big mats of it, loads of it now coming in where it's changed, where the wind's changed slightly. Horrendous amounts of weed. Good for the wildlife though, the birds are loving it. They just come in and nick all the invertebrates out of it and all the other insects out of it. Bloody state of this, bloody goose poo everywhere. So Lovely though. A little bit cooler today with them, a little bit of cloud cover, but it keeps going. It's going to be hot again. Another hour or so of weed clearing later this evening. Might do a bit of stalking in a bit. Might go down that margin bank with a rod and a net, do a bit of stalking. So I'll speak to you in a bit. Evening all, 9 o'clock. Rods are out. No weed luckily tonight. It's the wind change, to switch directions, so the boats cut the weed and pushed it the other way, so I ain't got to clear that. There's fish topping. Something keeps getting its tail out. It could be tench, could be carp. Got one on my spot under there again. One on my spot out there. And Dill's here tonight. He's got one on a spot out there. There's Dill in the bivvy. Hiding from the mozzies. Hopefully someone will have a fish. It's quiet, no wind. Dead calm, dead still. Just the odd fish showing. Hopefully I'll see you in the night. Speak to you then. Evening all. One way to keep the mozzies away. Got a little fire in a barbecue that's raised up on blocks and on a stone, so it can't burn the ground underneath it. Nice little mini fire with some little mini wet, like damp, just to create smoke to keep the mozzies away. Nice and safe. Can't get to the ground on a big slab and on blocks, so can't get to the ground. So that'll keep the flies away, that'll keep the mozzies away. It already has, it's already cleared the area. They've all buggered off, so perfect. Anyway, rods are out, the fish are topping. They're even backing out still, so hopefully at some point we'll have one today, have one tonight. Happy days. Morning everyone, it's 6:45, Sunday morning. Slow pack up, just got an earlier way today. I'm nearly packed up already, to be fair. Well, I'll say that. I've got a lot of my stuff sorted and just got to get my bed and bivvy down. Still got my rods out, so I've still got a chance. I'll be another maybe hour yet. I had liners in the night on my longer rod, but that was it really. I thought it was going to go at one point. It kept beeping but nothing. Fish showing still, like over to the left of my spot and out a little bit. Mozzies and ants everywhere. But that's pretty much it for another week. So unless I have a fish last knockings, I'll speak to you next time. Next time hopefully my back will be better, and it's slowly getting better bit by bit. But hopefully next time, it looks like I might be coming on again this week. Now I'm going to do, obviously, so I'm doing the coaching thing for the Angling Trust on Saturday, but I might come down here Friday, set up, do Friday night, go to the Angling Trust thing Saturday for the day, then come back here Saturday night and do Saturday night. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, so unless I have a fish, and I'll speak to you again in a bit. I'll speak to you next time. Haynes out.